So the time here is 11:12 a.m. in Vietnam, and we're off to a late start. We should have been out of here a long time ago because I got a lot of stuff I need to cover today. I'm trying to make 3-4 videos, so let's go. Yo, what's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Khalifa Saad, and I'm back with another video. You already know what it is. Your boy is in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Been here for the past couple of days. Been trying to get out and get content early, but the weather just hasn't been cooperating. The past 2 days it was raining all morning, so I wasn't able to get out until late. And like yesterday, I got out late, but it started raining again, so I had to put that on pause. But today the weather's beautiful. You can see it's nice and sunny and humid as hell out here. So I figured we'll get out a little early, get some content. I'm supposed to be meeting up with my boy, Army Guy Travels, to see what we're gonna get into. But I want to catch a ride on one of those right there, the double-decker bus. It goes all the way around, I guess, the city. I just have to find out exactly where it picks up at. But there's also a war museum here that I want to check out. But I'm not sure what a war museum is. I'm sure I can find it if I just type it in. That looks like an interesting building. Might have to go in there and check it out later. But yeah, let's go see if we can find out where to get on this bus at. Let's go, bro. Alright, your boy had to stop and regroup. Instead of doing the bus tour right now, we're gonna go hit the War Remnants Museum and check that out and see what it's about. I know when I was born, the Vietnam War was ending, but there might be some people on this channel who could be history buffs. If you're not a history buff, maybe you were born during the Vietnam War. Maybe you know somebody who went to the Vietnam War. I don't know. But we're going to go vlog it, take a look at it, see what it's all about, and I'll catch you guys once we get there. We just booked a Grab, and I'm waiting on a drive to show up now. It's about 2 minutes out, but 2 minutes out here with this traffic, it's probably closer to 10. If it's anything like Manila, which in some cases I think it's worse than Manila. But yeah, if you're traveling around Southeast Asia, the easiest way to get around is by using Grab. The easiest and cheapest and safest as far as your money's concerned, because a lot of these cabbies will beat you for your money. They won't use, especially in Thailand, they don't like to use meters. And They don't like to use meters because they can cheat you out of your money. You can agree on one price, y'all get there, and they give you a totally different price. And if you don't pay it, they try to call the cops on you. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna win because you're in their country. Yeah, our Grab is pulling up right now. So on the other side of that big ass van, I walk down here to it. Because he's gonna be another 5 minutes waiting on this traffic. All right. We are good to go. Yes, sir. So like I was saying, the easiest way to travel around is use Grab. But if you're feeling extra frisky and you want to throw caution to the wind, you don't have to jump in the car. You can jump on a bike or a scooter. They have Grab scooters here as well, just like Philippines and Thailand and Cambodia. Well, I'm not sure about Cambodia because I didn't pay attention when I was there. I actually booked a driver while I was in Cambodia because I was all over the place. Wasn't vlogging back then, but I plan on going back so I can vlog Cambodia, going back to Siem Reap and Angkor Wat. So you gotta stay tuned for that. I'm trying to make it there in maybe July. It all depends. You know, I gotta work it out with my work schedule. But yeah, I wouldn't chance it here. And the only time I've ever piggybacked on anything on 2 wheels is when my man Third Flow convinced me to get on the back of his scooter so we can go check out the the Mono Community Center. That was just the easiest way for us to get around back and forth to the community center. So yeah, he convinced me to get on the back of his scooter. But the traffic in that area is nowhere near like the traffic here. The traffic here is closer to the traffic in downtown Manila, which the next time I go there, I'm gonna vlog the traffic in downtown Manila so you guys can see it. I know the last time I was there was during Holy Week, and there was very little traffic, if any at all, most of the time that I was there. But the next time I go, of course, it won't be Holy Week, and you guys are gonna get this traffic. But anyway, let me yeah, let me pay attention where we're going, and I'll once we get to the museum, I'll turn you guys back on. So here's a little fun fact about Vietnam. It is ranked number 2 of the happiest places in Southeast Asia, and it's I think it was 46th. I think it's 46th in the world of happiest places in the world. It's a little fun fact for you guys. But yeah, I can see the vibe here. I want to check out Da Nang as well. Can't do it this time because I don't have enough time. Or had I planned that trip out, I would have had time. But I came here specifically for one reason, and I told you guys I was going to meet someone while I was here. So I got a business meeting later. Gonna end up making more than one vlog because it's not gonna be in this vlog. This vlog, I'm just gonna get you guys the Remnants Museum, and then maybe the bus tour, or we'll get the bus tour in another vlog. But the vlog, just stay tuned for the vlog that I'm going to have coming up with the person I'm going to meet. Some of you may know him, some of you don't. If you don't know him, you will know him. But yeah, I came here specifically to sit down and talk with him and to see what we can make happen. It's all about getting money and connecting, so you guys just stay tuned for that vlog. It's gonna be lit, trust me. Alright, so we just pulled up at the War Museum. Damn, Grab is already messaging me, asking me how the ride was. Yeah, let me jump in this line and grab a ticket. I don't know how much it is. Shit definitely says no recording without permission. Let me turn this camera off. All right, so we're inside right now. I see other people recording, so I decided to turn you guys back on. I'm not gonna be the only one out here not recording. But the entry fee to get in here was only 40,000 Vietnamese dong? Not sure what that is, but I'll drop it down at the bottom. It's not that much. But they even have tour guides out here, which I'm not about to pay for one. Now, a lot of this is going to be B-roll. Reason being is because I want you guys to take it all in as I take it all in, and I don't want to be talking while other people are trying to read different things. I try to slow down enough, or pan slow enough for you guys to be able to read some of the titles and explanations under the displays. But if I didn't go slow enough, or if you're remedial, you can always pause the video and see exactly what it says. Not to say any of you all are remedial, I'm just saying if there's someone out there that is remedial, just pause it and then you can read what's being said. All right, we're about to go inside this building real quick. I'm gonna play dumb tourist, just in case anybody says anything about me recording. So I don't know if you guys caught that last wall, or not the last one, but the one prior to. It was basically showing all of the countries that were against the war here in Vietnam. Now, I have my own opinion on that particular war, as I do on most wars. And I tend to keep my opinion to myself, as I don't want to cause any controversy or controversy. But I will say this. If I were old enough at that point in time, as a black man in America, and the draft would have taken place, I probably would have been in a cell with Muhammad Ali. Because I wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have been here. I would have been a conscientious objective. Now, I know that kind of seems strange considering the fact that I did spend 24 years in the military, and I was in Afghanistan and Iraq. I have my own opinion on those too. But I'll say when I joined the military, yes, I knew there was a possibility and a chance that at any point in time we could be called to go into action or war, conflict, whatever you want to call it. Damn, sorry about that. I knew there was a chance it could happen. Did I think it was gonna happen? I don't know, because when I actually joined Desert Storm had kicked off, and I was in boot camp in December of 1990. Yeah, December 1990 I was in boot camp. And the war kicked off. It was only about a 3-day war. But it kicked off while I was in boot camp. And we were told that the chances in us going to war and skipping our, as the other branches call it, MOS classes or MOS courses, for us it's A school, but the possibility was there for us to be pushed through boot camp into our next command so we could join them to go to Iraq, and then we would catch up on our schools later. Now, like I said, it only lasted three days. It was over before it started. You know, the Iraqis gave up, and the rest is history. But when they made the case for going into Iraq, I was on the side of Colin Powell. And for those who don't know, Colin Powell did not believe what Dick Cheney and several other, I can't remember, what was his damn name? It was a couple other warmongers in office or in as part of the administration at the time, and all of them had something to do with either oil companies or extremely large contracting firms, which both stood a great chance in making a lot of money based off that war. And they did. They made a lot of money. Dick Cheney had to step down and give up Halliburton, but of course he just signed it over to another family member, like somebody else that we know. And they basically ran it while he was vice president. But all of the money was residual. It still came to him. So at the end of the day, he still profited off that war. Same thing with the Bush family. The Bush family, look it up, they were oil tycoons. They came from the oil industry. What did Iraq have? And what do they still have? A lot of fucking oil. They've got a lot of fucking oil. As a matter of fact, they've got so much oil in Iraq that when I was there, the ground was literally saturated with oil. You didn't have to dig down deep, at least where I was, in order to hit oil. The oil was actually coming to the surface, and there was a oily film, a hue, every morning over the dirt. And whenever it would rain, which was very rarely, you would see, I don't know if you guys have seen how oil looks when it mixes with water, but you would see that every day. And it wasn't that there was an oil spill there, it was just that oil was so prevalent, it was just coming up through the damn ground. So yeah, they had their reasonings for being there, and I had my reasoning and not wanting to support. But anyway, I'm not gonna get all off into that stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I try to capture as much as possible. I know it's a lot of B-roll, and like I said, I wanted you guys to be in the moment while I was in the moment as well, and just absorb a lot of the stuff that it was being said on the little placards. And the one that gets me is like the placards of all of the different countries that came out speaking against the war in Vietnam. And I mean, there was huge protests in America as well. A lot of Americans did not agree with the war in Vietnam. Still to this day, I've yet to understand or comprehend the reason that America was here. There's no explanation for it, honestly. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. This has been your boy Khalifa Saad. Check it out with another video. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Click that post notification bell, turn it to all so that you know when I drop a new video. With that, we're out.